You see love on the south side, yeah, that's right. Reppin' Inglewood, got my hustle tight. From Chi-Town streets where the wind blows fierce, built up like steel, can't nobody pierce.
Hey, 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 this your girl D Love from the South Side, Inglewood for life, Chicago, that is. And yes, baby, I am back. I'm back for day two. I know you're surprised to see me here again, but I said I was gonna be more present on YouTube as the days and the weeks um count down. I want to make sure I am here for what's going on in the community. Um, we know there's an election coming up soon. I believe in March for the uh, Democratic committeemen, and then between then and uh, next year, I believe. But I saw that Beth said that Beth is going to be running for a position at Thornton Township. I said, "Woo!" And I remember I talked when I first met Beth, maybe about a year or two ago, and I had asked her a question, and she had told me that she was gonna. She thought about running, but at that time, she didn't. It wasn't a good time for her and her husband to do so. And I said, "Oh, okay." But now Beth is throwing her hat in the ring. Y'all, whenever y'all see Beth, tell Beth congratulations. Um, I said I'm still gonna run for for Harvey, sixth ward alder person. So we're gonna see where it goes from there. Just um, listen, I should be able to make my final decision maybe after. Hey, Miss Regina, how you doing? Long time no see, girl. Long time no see. Feel like I'm loud. I hope all is well. Happy New Year's and hope you had a good holiday. Hold on. Yes. So the goal for me is to put my hat into the ring for Alder person and Harvey for the sixth ward against Tyrone Rogers. Um, I, I probably will make it official maybe by March. March. I did say January, but everything got to be in place before I officially say, okay, I'll do this. It's nerve wracking too, y'all. Let me tell you. But I'm excited. I'm glad to see that Beth motivates me to stay involved and run. Even if I don't win, at least I can. At least I tried. Unsure if I would run as a independent or a Democrat, but it looked like I'm gonna end up running as an independent, and I'm okay with that. The Democrat, they got the money. Um, so we're gonna see, child. But because I know I've been in the chat and I saw Ryan had asked me a couple of times. I did not answer because I really didn't know what kind of answer I wanted to give at that moment. But for me, I'm gonna see if it's like five people in it, nah, they can have it. But we'll see. I know I may change. When is the deadline for filing for candidacy? I heard it was in August. What Beth is doing, she doing for the Thornton Township. So you can. I believe it's August, but you can't do anything before then. I mean, turn on the end. Uh, so we on the let's see what happened list, right? Yeah, I was told August. Ooh, even talking about it seems kind of like, oh my God, OMG, but we not I just dropped that there because I know Ryan has been asking me and I just hadn't really confirmed or denied. So confirming that by March, because you gotta make sure all your paperwork is together first, right? Because I saw how they did Napoleon, no, Nate. All my paperwork got to be in order. In order. So because some of that stuff you can never take back, right? Well, with that being said, I was on. scrolling on a YouTube, and I saw this story out of St. Louis. Nobody's really picked it up, and it's funny how when Tiffany Henry was doing the most, she got publicity all over. But during the same time, there were other mayors doing the same thing. I said, "Oh, ain't that special?" Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, I want to make sure I give these story its due justice. You know what I'm saying? Because again, there were more than just Tiffany out here doing stuff. So this in St. Louis, down the road, they clowning like a mofo. And listen to you got to hear the story. I played part of it last night.
Tonight, our investigative team continues to look into the mayor of a small North County town who is facing multiple charges. Last week, Mike Cornell Jr. was arrested and charged with multiple sexual counts in possession of child pornography. Our team started looking into the mayor nearly a month ago. And tonight, our Avery Martinez joins us uncovering some of the legal troubles the mayor and his government face, Avery.
That's right, more.
And okay. Regina said they did get publicity, but only on the St. Louis level. Listen, this story should have went ahead of Tiffany. Actually, they should have went neck and neck because I didn't even hear about it. I didn't even know about it. Listen, and these mayors out here need to be more mindful that nobody is above the law.
The mayor isn't just facing criminal charges, he's facing many civil lawsuits. Several do mention claims of alleged sexually inappropriate behavior by the mayor, and there are other suits, like the one from a fire district claiming Cornell's changes to roads are dangerous and slow down emergency response. But one suit focuses on an online...
You know the killing part about this? You see this dude, he got 2 earrings in his ear. He like... I'm like, I can't. No words.
Made at the mayor's expense. We spoke to James Carroll, who received a subpoena from the mayor, and he doesn't think the mayor has the right to order him to City Hall.
So I thought, okay, well, I'll just file a lawsuit and let the court decide, whether he has that right to issue subpoenas.
James Carroll doesn't live in Riverview or Missouri. He received the subpoena at his home in Illinois after he says he made a joke about the mayor on Facebook.
So I made a post.
Hey, Michael, long time no see, baby boy.
Post or a comment saying about this missing youth that somebody needed to check his basement. And then a couple...
And what's hilarious is this man made a post on Facebook. And then the mayor turns around and sends him a subpoena. Who are you?
Days later, a week or so later, there was a subpoena left at my door from Riverview.
James says the joke referenced Cornell's legal troubles.
He has a history of sexual harassment. He's got several lawsuits right now against him for sexual harassment.
First Alert 4 has found at least 7 active lawsuits against Riverview, all naming Cornell. The mayor is at the center of 2 suits with allegations of inappropriate sexual behavior around Riverview employees.
This story right here reminds me, not that Clark has done any of this sexual behavior stuff, but it just reminds me of in Harvey how, they try to think that nobody is watching or nobody cares. And it's about the same size town that we live in right now.
2 independent lawsuits claim Mayor Cornell made sexual advances towards male employees. And when they refused Cornell's advances, they were fired.
Oh, he is. Oh, he is. Oh, I didn't know that.
A totally separate lawsuit from a former Riverview police chief directly references one of the sexual suits. The chief claims he had a witness statement from a former employee alleging sexual harassment by Cornell. The police chief says Cornell told him to change the document. The chief refused and was eventually terminated. A former Riverview alderwoman also has a lawsuit against Cornell, claiming she was put in handcuffs for asking the mayor about a lawsuit from a former employee.
I say, tell me why we being sued because you made sexual advances to an employee And when he refused, you fired him.
They said, is he? You you can't make these stories up.
Carroll's lawsuit is still active.
If you look at the subpoena, he's talking about I defamed his character, I've misused public information, cyberbullying. So none of it has to do with anything about Riverview. It's more retaliatory and vindictive.
His lawsuit caught the attention of the legal group Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression.
It's very unusual for a mayor to send a subpoena to someone.
Hey, listen, if Harvey does that to somebody in the community, they need to reach out to this man right here, this organization, because they seem to gonna come out and help you fight the big fight.
About their speech.
The subpoena was only signed by Cornell, not by a judge.
And here we saw a local mayor issuing a subpoena to someone who had made fun of him online, saying, well, come and explain your joke down at City Hall, and thought, that's pretty egregious.
Carroll's a former alderman in Bellefontaine Neighbors and says they never issued subpoenas like that.
No, I've never heard of anything like that.
In the United States, you don't have to be called to the carpet of City Hall to explain your jokes.
Fire asked for documents in their case under sunshine laws, which require government officials to provide documents within days. It took months for Riverview to respond.
Now, look at him. He think he too cool for school, and now he got himself in some serious trouble. Now, what makes him think that he's above the law? That's the part that gets me the most with these politicians. They get into these positions, but then they forget, like, you're not above the law. Like I was watching Ryan's live last night, and he was at the Calumet City meeting. And at that meeting, they said, Thaddeus Jones, let me get it right, Thaddeus Jones had taken his family to Miami. Now, you can't make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. They doing too much. How do you take a whole family to Miami? We'll go back and look at that video again. This is what happens when a candidate is not vetted properly, and people just vote for a person because of their name. But what name did he have, Miss Regina, before he got in there? Like who is he? Where he come from? And I know people may say the same when I run, like, I'm just in the community. But he just going overboard with this. You know what I'm saying? They get in these positions and they just, it's like a what's it called? A open checkbook. Hey, I got to be careful because one of my YouTube channels just got taken down. So I got to be careful what I say about people. But I ain't tripping.
Finding only a handful.
And from what I hear, that's pretty par for the course for this city. You have to keep pestering them to get basic public records that the law obligates them to turn over. And in our case, we had to file a lawsuit. You shouldn't have to do.
And see, that's the thing, like even with Harvey, we shouldn't have to file lawsuits or anything like that to get information. However, that costs money, right? Where are the people of the resident of Harvey going to get the money to find an attorney that is not afraid to sue Chris Clark and that administration to open them books so we can see where the money's at? I don't get it. There are two people that shouldn't be in any office. One, broke people, and two, only looking for power. Well, sometimes the broke people and the looking for power becomes the same person. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because now we are being ran into the hole. Ain't seen sight eye of nobody. No one speaking on what's going on with Harvey.
First Alert 4 has run into similar trouble trying to obtain legal documents from Riverview, and we'll cover that in future stories. But I was able to interview Mayor Cornell before his arrest last week. I asked him if he cared to comment on those civil lawsuits.
Just let the system plays that out, and you just follow the facts. You understand? We're not here to be choked up with smoke. When the smoke clears, a lot of facts. And if you or someone with some type of integrity, follow the facts. But I do believe a lot of this has been catalyst from the environment that has been put. Never have a city that I've seen.
Listen, the one thing I don't understand is these folks don't take responsibilities for their actions. It's everybody else but me. And then he got that little smirk on his face. This you in office with 2 earrings on with your little gold on, but I think maybe that's a St. Louis thing. I'm not sure. Right vetting is required. We the people need to interview the candidates for the job. Yes. But as you know, Miss Regina, folks gonna vote on the name. Seniors gonna vote because for the same person because they don't want to go against um, people. They don't want to feel like they, backstabbing. Now they see, especially in Harvey, you see, we steady going to the hole. I said the hole to the hole to the hole, and they are still voting the same people in. I just don't understand how Shirley Jawinski could still be in that seat at least over 10 years. Now, I don't know. The math ain't math. Now, I know that she's been in Harvey since, because I remember when Harvey was nice. Harvey was not, well, let's see. Let's start over. Harvey had a lot of nice spots. Is that fair to say? Now, like this certain part, like on the east side of Halstead on 147, I just truly would not go if I don't have to. But if I'm on the west side of Halstead, it's decent. They still got some abandoned houses, but it don't look like what's on Turlington Street. Just saying, in that area. So look at that little smirk he got on his face. Like, who, me? He got all that Beijing. How much he was getting to get that haircut, Beijing, in his head. And look at the police looking. See, Maze. They just want their jobs.
Recently seem like they're being attacked so much.
Again, First Alert 4 has found no evidence of his claims that hate groups are targeting Riverview. If you'd like to check out the lawsuits for yourself or learn more about this story, you can find all the details under this story on firstalert4.com.
And listen, and that's unfortunate, and I have to
For First Alert 4 investigates.
I did not know about this story. And like you said, a lot of this stuff we don't even know because it just stay down in St. Louis. What am I gonna see what Michael said? Oh, wait a minute, there was okay. We in the business today. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Oh man, I got to go back. This man was clowning. He was worse than Tiffany. What did I see? It was, oh man. He was up there with his hair and they was busting her balls, but they wasn't, well, everybody in the world wanted to hear about her, but they overlooked the folks really cutting up. I saw another. Yeah, Riverside is not the only municipality in North County, St. Louis, that has issues. Oh, what's another county? I would like to know. Hold on, let's see. I would definitely like to know. What Michael say? Michael say, what would happen if you would send him a Valtrex? What is a Valtrex? And maybe I should Google that before I say that, right, Michael? But it's always a pleasure to see you, Michael. It's been a while, been a minute. Okay, so the mayor has been in court. I gotta find the part. St. Louis is the county. Okay. I gotta look that up. We're gonna have to do more research on other municipalities that are having these kind of trouble and not really getting the same publicity as they should. Uh,
Jr. set to face a judge this morning. This comes after he was arrested on
St.
9
Louis.
charges, including sex crimes
9.
involving minors.
Yeah, when this news broke, our team was already digging into what we're now learning was a very troubled tenure in that office. First Alert 4's Justin Andrews, he is live for us this morning. He's at the St. Louis County Jail where the mayor is being held just in the head of his court appearance.
Yeah, he's locked up right behind me at the jail, as you all just mentioned, being held on that $1 million cash bond at 10 o'clock this morning. He will be facing a judge. It was last week when St.
What did he do? I heard the other part. For $1 million cash bond?
Louis County prosecutors alerted us that they arrested and charged the 39-year-old mayor, Mike Cornell Jr., with 9 counts, including multiple sex crimes, some involving minors. Pretty disturbing here. Police say there are 4 victims, 2 of them under the age of 17, and the alleged crimes stretch back years from 2016 until now. Investigators also say they found child sexual abuse material on the mayor's cell phone. Because of the nature of this case, police believe there may be even more victims, and they're asking anyone who may be impacted or affected by this to come forward when they're ready. I want to let you know, though, this morning, even before these criminal charges were filed, our news team here at First Alert 4 had already been looking into Mayor Cornell's time in office. What we
And if I heard them correctly, couldn't find the video I saw earlier that he's still in charge. Even though he's in jail, he has not been stripped of his duties.
found at least 7 active lawsuits against the city of Riverview, all naming Cornell Jr. 2 of those lawsuits specifically accused the mayor of inappropriate sexual behavior involving city employees. We're keeping our eyes on today's hearing. We do have several stories surrounding what's going on in Riverview and this mayor. You can have that. You can find that right now on our website and also on the First Alert 4 news app. We're live in downtown Clayton this morning. I'm Justin Andrews, First Alert 4.
All right, thank you,
Louis
Justin, for those
County.
details. We did check ahead for you this morning. We also found out that tonight at 6:30, the City of Riverview Board, they're actually going to have their first meeting since their mayor was arrested and charged. It's also a meeting we'll be watching closely as Riverview begins to look to what.
Wow. Oh,
Riverview, who is sitting in jail tonight, accused of several sex crimes. Mike Cornell Jr. is facing multiple sexual assault and child pornography charges.
Hold on.
Tonight, our Avery Martinez brings us insight into the Riverview Police Department as he fact-checks the mayor's claims the Ku Klux Klan could be active in the community.
Wait, they got Ku Klux Klan and I didn't know that was still going on.
We haven't found any evidence of that, but we have found many concerns about the mayor's behavior in office, like those of former police chief Eddie Simmons, who says you can't talk to Cornell because he's convinced he's right about everything. The former chief claims the mayor was trying to influence local officers and even pit them against each other. Working there was so bad, he and many of his fellow officers resigned en masse.
I bet you any money in Harvey, they are having the same issue like the police officer going against each other. Because what determined who got laid off, right?
In 2023.
He's very paranoid.
That's former Riverview Chief of Police Eddie Simmons, who only led the force for 6 weeks before he quit.
Seems like 6 months, but I was about a little over 6 weeks, and it was turmoil from the start.
First Alert 4 was there in 2023 when Simmons packed up, saying he couldn't work with Mayor Mike Cornell.
He's really smart, but he lacks common sense.
Simmons says the mayor was constantly at the police department.
He would come in and tell everybody, I got listen devices all in here. I can hear everything you guys are saying.
Cornell.
They know in St. Louis they be fly. Fly, I must say.
threatened the officers with FBI investigations, claiming he could fire whoever he wanted when he wanted.
They were really upset because the way the mayor was treating them.
He tried to talk to Mayor Cornell, but it didn't work.
Said, you're making this a hostile working environment, and it just got worse. And then the line that I wasn't going to cross.
And he was only there for 6 weeks, and he endured all that. That's the stuff I be talking about.
He took $8,000 from everybody.
An $8,000 pay raise was approved by a past Riverview Board of Trustees who agreed to give each officer a raise instead of hiring a new policeman. Cornell was absent at that meeting, according to the agenda, but quickly set out to reverse that raise. He did, and almost the entire department, including Chief Simmons, left their posts.
And then I asked him about my final check, which I never got.
But it wasn't just the money. The resigning officers put out a statement at the time mentioning Cornell as a factor in their decision.
He was just trying to control everything, and he just couldn't.
Simmons came to Riverview at the personal invitation of Mayor Cornell after an extensive career in law enforcement. Soon, Simmons felt he wasn't even in control of his department.
He'd come in, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? No, I said, just stay over there.
Because Mayor Cornell was trying to take charge of the police.
He ran the whole show, everything.
This definitely sounds familiar. Talking about he ran the whole show, want to be in the videos.
His fingerprints was on everything. And so I even asked him, I said, well, look here, what did you hire me for? Because you're certainly not going to tell me what to do as the chief.
Simmons says Cornell was making some interesting choices.
He came up, going to help out because we were short. Helping out nothing. You can't do that.
And he even started using official equipment.
He had an old police car, tinted all the windows out, and he was riding around in that. I did my inventory and had a gun missing. There was a gun missing. And I knew he had it.
Simmons says he never saw Cornell with a gun, but Mayor Cornell told me before.
Hey, this stuff was going all along. This stuff was going on the same time Tiffany Henry was doing her stuff. So this is like nothing new. Everybody's trying to act like it's new, but it's just funny how this was going on and nobody said nothing about them. They were so fascinated with Tiffany Henry and what she had going on. And maybe more so, maybe because it was a woman and not, maybe that's my thought. Because why wouldn't this get the same?
For his arrest, he often carried protection.
First of all, I'm protected by God. You understand? So look at measures. Yes, I do have a firearm that I carry with me, and I'm prepared to fight fire with fire if it comes down to.
Why it said don't say How many times he gonna say But he's like, remember, there's a story. Now, I don't know how true it is that they said that Clark, that he pow somebody before something happened. And he never got in trouble for it.
Simmons also feels the mayor tried to control public meetings with police help.
The conversation's got to be his. He controls that, and he makes sure you get the police there to throw anybody out who wants to talk about what he's doing wrong.
Multiple former elected leaders of Riverview, including Darren Johnson, confirmed people were removed from meetings for questioning the mayor.
Michael,
don't that sound familiar to you?
You're out of order. You're out of order. And the guy was just had a complaint, and Mike had the officer kick him out of the hall.
The police department had to be completely rebuilt after the mass departure. You can see the lawsuits, more details on Cornell's background, all on FirstAlert4.com under the Riverview Investigation tab. In our next segment, First Alert 4 will look at claims by former Riverview elected officials who say disagreeing with the mayor may result in being handcuffed and becoming his enemy. For First Alert 4.
You see what I'm saying? These people get in these positions and act a plain fool. Don't know when to stop, when to shut up, when to. It's like, so my question is, why, like, you know, how people get into these positions, but they lose focus on why they are there. And my question is, how can they lose focus? Oh, somebody did say that. I don't know. How could they lose focus like that? Because I'll be afraid because I don't want to go to jail. I ain't trying to go to jail for nobody. Listen, you ask me to do something, I'm like, oh no. We are gonna call the police. We gonna ask an attorney because I definitely ain't doing
Channel
that.
2 Action News has obtained documents showing the former DeKalb County school superintendent spent more than $120,000.
Oh, this WSB. Is this Boston? It's not a loss of focus. They went in with the agenda, and it wasn't to help the community. And that's the thing. And that's the thing I struggle with. Like people having agenda. It's like you can't trust people because you don't know what the true what they truly are here for, right? Um Again, I would be afraid to go to jail. I ain't trying to take this off and go to jail. No way, baby. You will not see a mugshot of me. So I will always try to, and what they say, uh, what is it called? Always do right when nobody's watching. Ain't no way. Make community first and you'll be fine. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Listen, Miss Regina. I'm the person who's gonna tell it. And they wouldn't be able to like, okay, well, don't say nothing until we do. I'm like, I'm gonna tell because wrong is wrong and right is right. And I don't believe in just because you say yes, I shall follow you. And I've never been a person who uh like I joined the Eastern Stars, but that's probably as far as I went. I don't really get into the groups and the clique things. When I see people with cliques, I'll be like, oh, okay. But I'm like, I'm cool being by myself. And I've been like that way ever since I was young. I have one or two friends, but most of the time, I ain't getting to them cliques because I'm just sad. I out to school in the city, grammar school. And let me tell you, I done seen so many fights because everybody's in this clique. I'm okay with knowing you, but I don't want to be in the clique. Ugly fights. Oh, I got another one. I go, Miss Regina. I miss me some Miss Regina. Politicians work for the people, not the other way around, which is why we should give them interviews and not just vote because, oh, I know that name. But again, Miss Virginia, you are correct. But however, some people are just still going to vote the way they're going to vote, right? And another thing is, right or wrong, Miss Regina, everybody don't vote. Everybody. It's what's this? Is it 60 houses on one block? As long as you don't have a vacancy, right? 60 houses on one block, 30 on one side, 30 on the other. How many people vote on your block? How many people in that household actually vote? It might be the mother just vote and the kids don't vote. It might be the mother, father, and the kids don't vote. You know what I'm saying? So somehow or another, you got to get people more out and voting. I always say I never forget about Harold Washington. Harold Washington was the first time I started to realize about voting. And my grandma, and I was not the first time because my grandmother, I remember when she went and voted for Carter. Well, I just assumed she voted for Carter. She said, you never tell nobody who you voted for. And she took pride in voting. But when Harold Washington ran, we didn't have those blue and white buttons. We learned Harold Washington was the ish back then. When you say community, the community rallied behind him. The unfortunate part, he passed away way too soon to even make a mark. But Harold Washington was really the first Black that I actually seen brought people together. Right. I had just had to give that speech to a group of grown adults here. Okay, I be trying to do the same with my kids too, but they don't live in, even though they don't live in Illinois, but they gotta it. And not to get off the subject too far from it. In my humble opinion, Miss Regina, younger generation, and I don't know all of it, I won't say all, but that one time that I was at South Suburban, they don't find a lot of young people don't find the need to vote. They probably don't start voting until they get mature age. Um, I never, you know what I'm saying? They don't push it like in high school or in different areas. Like the young people get out and vote. Now I know, do they still do that in colleges? Like when you go away to college and they had to get out and vote. Those are the things that we're missing. Like in my sister household, everybody got to vote. Everybody got to vote. And they should. And they should. Mm-hmm. Some of these young they don't feel the need. They don't feel the conviction to to go and vote. Like it seems like it's a hassle for them. I don't know. Let me say this as I talk. Younger people, some, I'm not gonna say all, some make it feel like that's the grown up people. That's what they do. Or as I hear it from my young ones, oh, it ain't gonna make a difference, even though they're not young. I'm like, what did I do that I did not force the policy that everybody must? And the unfortunate part, si- these is 60 houses on the block. All 60 people do not vote, even if it's just one person off that block. But as you're right, as they should, we need to get out and vote, campaign for the youth. I don't care if you stand outside. Well, it's cold outside now. With a box that says, if you're 18, let's vote. And maybe that's what they need to do. I don't know. But they need to we need to start strategizing how we are going to get more young people out to vote. It's very important. It's very important. Some old heads don't even go do it. And I ain't gonna say old heads, just older people. So on to our next one. I see that Ryan's going live at 7:30, so I'm not gonna hold everyone too long, but I appreciate you all popping in today. And listen, if you can, if you like, if you will, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to this beautiful channel, we still don't do no drama and no messy mess. They can do it over there in them other channel, but we don't do it over there, over here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's another one. Now listen to this story, y'all.
$1,000 on his district purchase card in just 2 years.
Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez live outside.
Thank you, Michael. I'm gonna take that as a good sign. It's a bleeding heart, Red Cross heart. Okay.
At district headquarters, and Taisha, it took weeks of filing open records requests to get these documents.
Listen, I called and I emailed the district several times. I even walked through these doors to ask for the documents in person, but it wasn't until we got our station attorney involved, that's when I finally got my request fulfilled.
Yeah, I've never heard of these kind of expenditures with any other superintendent in DeKalb County Schools before.
Senator Emmanuel Jones represents the area the DeKalb County School District sits in. He told
Emmanuel Jones. Where is he? Look, where is that? DeKalb, Georgia. Okay. I was like, I heard of Emmanuel Jones. These folks, they give y'all a little power and y'all go nuts.
Told me he's always questioned why these 4 current school board members voted to hire Dr. Devon Horton 2 years ago. Jones says Dr. Horton was never one of the top candidates in the nationwide search.
Certainly a clique or a group of members on the school board who have tried to protect things.
I think it's Gwinnett County, so it is Georgia. Why did I see Gwinnett? I think it's Gwinnett County. I don't know.
They knew about him early on.
Dr. Horton is currently under federal indictment, accused of stealing money from his last school district in Illinois. That's what led Channel 2 Action News to request Horton's DeKalb County District P cards. According to the documents, during one visit to Sam's Club, Dr. Horton spent $11,000.
This fool spent $11,000. What you spend $11,000 on? You purchased $3,000 total. January last year this time, huh? This fool spent $11,000. That's why I said these folks ain't scared of going no jail. The clink is coming down.
He racked up $8,700 on one check at Jason's Deli, and one visit to the Italian restaurant Bambinelli's that cost the district $4,500. Another meal at the same restaurant.
Chick-fil-A, $782. Honey baked ham. They must have been giving out. Ham. What is? Oh, this is February. What are they doing with that much for ham? Maybe he had to buy the ham for the school district. Take a look at the people, though. They seem to fit a certain criteria.
$3,100. And there's more. He spent $3,100 on a trip to Honey Baked Ham and $2,600 at Chick-fil-A on a single charge.
Who eating all this food? Can someone say chicken wings, chicken wine, chicken wine, chicken wine?
Total, Dr. Devon Horton spent more than $120,000 in 2 years as superintendent, and he didn't need board approval.
What?
Oh, 120. That's like 60,000 each. 60,000 a year. So they kind of make it seem like woo, but then you break it down. Oh, you mean these are hold on, it's 60,000 a year. So you spend like a little over 5,000 a month.
What was the board thinking at the time? How did they let this go on for so long without any kind of accountability? I mean, we knew of the issues that he was having. That was plain to everybody. And you would think they would put some kind of controls in place, considering how contentious the process had been on bringing him on board.
I emailed.
Miss Virginia said, here we go again with the chicken wings. It's like crack to some people. Listen, I love me a good chicken wing, but I be trying to figure out, are these chicken wings man-made? Because it's like everybody's getting chicken wings. And who's going to take the fall for all this? Was it him or was it somebody else? Are you feeding a halfway house?
All 4 current board members who hired Dr. Devon Horton. I asked them about his spending. They never responded. I did get a statement from the district spokesperson that says, we remain committed to transparency, fiscal responsibility, and the appropriate stewardship of public funds.
Why was he given this kind of carte blanche to spend
open
checkbook, the school system resources? To me, that's a deeper question that we need to ask.
The district spokesperson also said less than a month after Dr. Horton's resignation, the board approved a contract to conduct a forensic audit looking into Horton's spending. Well, here we are 3 months later. We're still waiting on the results of that audit. We're live in DeKalb County. Taisha Fernandez, Channel 2 Action.
They're not gonna do that audit. Don't nobody want to pay for that audit. I remember the school board lady, in Harvey. And listen, it's just a little. It's allegedly, but this is the same lady talking about the school board in Harvey who stole the chicken wing during COVID. It's the same board. It's the same district that Tyrone Rogers' wife works for, who's the head of the school board. They know how to get that money, honey. And they don't even talk about it. You notice that? Where is the chicken wing lady?
Earlier today, we saw former Olympic snowboarder turned El Chapo-esque drug trafficker Ryan Wedding arrested there and
What happened to the FBI arrested a Olympian accused of running a drug ring? Oh my God. Is time hard now? I'm just saying. Just do Uber so you can stay out of trouble. That's crazy. I'm trying to see that. They don't even talk about the chicken wings lady no more. Mm-mm. It's like it just went quietly. You notice that?
We are back tonight with the latest in our investigation into the mayor of Riverview, who is sitting in.
See if I can find the chicken wing lady. Did she ever go to jail? Because she was a senior. She was a senior, and oh, here it is right here, y'all. Oh, they got 1 million views. This one.
A former South Suburban school lunch lady is now facing criminal charges accused of stealing more than $1 million for the chicken wings.
WGN's Andrea Medina.
This is 2 years ago. Harvey.
This went on for about a year and a half. What the school worker allegedly did with a large amount of chicken wings is still unknown, but she's in custody at the Cook County Jail and is accused of placing unauthorized purchases separately from the district's legitimate orders. 66-year-old Vera Liddell is a former Harvey School District 152 employee. She's at the center of a major theft scheme that brewed during the COVID-19 pandemic when students weren't allowed.
Is that school closed? I want to think that school may be closed now. Because I think that's the one I go vote at. There is a school near me, grammar school, that's now closed.
In the classroom. Liddell worked for Harvey Schools for more than a decade. She was a food services director, but after her tenure, she was hired as a consultant in July 2020. In that role, she was in charge of placing food orders. Between July 2020 to February 2022, Cook County prosecutors alleged
it's a whole lot of stealing up in Harvey, baby. A whole lot of stealing. No telling. Maybe she got parole or probation, but it sure kept it quiet, right? And this is the same school district.
She used her position to embezzle $1.5 million from the school district. Court documents accuse Liddell of ordering more than 11,000 cases of chicken wings from the district's food provider, Gordon Food Service, GFS, and picking them up with the district's cargo van. At this time, it's not clear what Liddell did with them, but a proffer presented last week says the food was never brought to the school or provided to the students. It goes on to say even though they learned remotely, the school district continued to provide meals for the students that their families could pick up. The scheme.
That is some crazy-ish right there. How does $1.5 million worth of chicken wing get past the school district? I went to one of the meetings. And I don't know how to get past it.
It was uncovered January 2022 by the district's business manager during a mid-year audit. The manager found the district was $3,000 over its budget and were only halfway through the school year. Court records reveal the manager discovered individual invoices signed by Liddell for massive quantities of chicken wings, an item never served to students because they contain bones. Parents say it's upsetting to know someone may have selfishly taken the funds intended to nourish students.
This is the area that we live in. We live in
Sarita.
Middle class, lower than middle class in this area, so it really don't surprise me that
she said Harvey's middle class.
But it's kind of sad.
Others claim it's not surprising to know a
Where is
trusted
the school
person in the
at?
community would do such thing, but they're hoping the district enforces effective oversight over the financial activities of the district.
I just feel that the people that was watching over that money or whose jobs it was, they need to be looked at because that shouldn't happen.
The Harvey superintendent is aware of the charges, but declined to speak on camera or give a comment because it is an ongoing investigation.
But we still ain't never heard about what happened to the chicken wing lady.
Liddell's next court date is February 22nd. Reporting in Harvey, Andrea Medina.
And this is never a dull moment in Harvey, let me tell you. Ain't nothing. Ain't never dull.
WGN News.
We always into something. Hey, Saint Sinner, Happy New Year. Hope all is well with you and your family. Haven't seen you and synced you in a while.
A charity director from Westwood has been arrested after federal.
Yeah, haven't seen you in a long time. Harvey's a hot mess. A girl, I could have told you that. I could have told you that. It's a mess from the front to the back, to the back to the front. Yes, I'm like, I want to know what happened to the chicken wing lady, but I'm not going to digress. These are we talked tonight is about the tale of two cities, and again, I know Ryan's going live tonight, but I wanted y'all to hear. Oh, let's see. Oh, she said, yeah, I have been working overtime 6 days a week since September. You go, girl. Sometimes you need a mental break, but I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, I'm so happy that you are still doing well and you still kicking it. Because I'm like, man, because I used to see you all across the channels. I'm like, where's Saint Sinner at? We was going to put an APP out on you, girl, and your whole family to fan you. But it's always a pleasure to see you, Saint. And so this one I want to go through real quickly. There was a video with Ryan last night that he had went to Calumet City's meeting last night. And I wish I had went. But it was cold as sugar honey iced tea out. So I know I didn't want to be outside yesterday. And I gotta find his video where he did an interview with one older person. And I heard it at the council meeting. And then I heard it again. The news ain't said nothing about it. And I wonder, are they afraid of Thaddeus Jones? That's why they don't say nothing.
Please call the roll.
Oh, she said she just working, that's all. But I'm getting back to the YouTube group. And I'm with you saying, try to get back to the YouTube group also. Okay, where is this lady? As she say, they done spent. Hold on, I need for you to hear this yourself. And I should have timestamped. Okay, hold on.
For me, quick discussion, Gardner, you mentioned a lot of discrepancies.
Okay, hold on.
For the meeting,
Let's see if I can. Did you hear when that lady said they spent money? He spent money to send not this mayor, he ain't the mayor, but the mayor of Calumet City family to Miami. Man, we be mad about Clark going downtown. They all work together too.
There's a certain person, a certain matter that needs to be addressed now.
Is this
as to whether or not the library is a warming center.
Oh, hold on, that's not it.
The police department is always open.
Let's see.
Should you need me?
I started watching the second half.
Please contact me at 708-580.
He was like, you owe me an apology. You owe my son an apology.
Please check to the city alderman.
Please return money that you spent. It was unauthorized.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying this for the
Here you
payroll.
go. I think I got it right here.
Yes.
Hey, they get busy up in Calumet City now.
So items 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 will be deferred. If someone can make a motion to defer those to the.
I'm gonna go to the Tuesday, but they were saying how they had to defer. They wanted to release the checks people for the staff to get paid, and I guess I don't know if the staff got paid or not. They didn't prove it.
6 will be deleted.
I motion to defer items 3, 4, 5, and 7. Delete 6 because it's a duplicate of 3. It's already
Motion made by Alderwoman Harvey. Is there a second? Second by Alderwoman Wilson. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll on items 3 through 7?
Harvey. Yes. Wilson.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Nelson. Yes. Yes.
My question is, where's the money? That's what I would like to know. Where the money at?
8 through 7. 7.
And I had saw, and I went over it last night. I saw a post on Chappelle Hook's page, and Mayor Clark of Harvey, he was working for this city, this town over here, where we watching now, Calumet City, and he was, I believe, it was over $170,000 what he was getting paid for up until April of last year. So this your friend gonna look out for you, make sure you get a job.
8.
Mayor, I'd like to take item number 20 and 22 seconds.
Alderman Williams, is there a motion on items 8 through 19?
I would fast forward, we might miss the good part.
1 and 2.
I turned down a little. I'll wait till it get to the part where she tell him to pay back that money.
Yes. Motion made by Alderman Nelson, second by Alderman Harvey to defer items 1 and 2 to the meeting on Tuesday as well.
Now they got some nice houses in Harvey. I mean, in Calumet City.
Yes, I will add those to the agenda items. For the record,
So he's an
Alderman
attorney,
Williams will be
he's a
chairing the
state
meeting on
representative, and he's a mayor.
Items 8 through 19, Alderman Williams.
We'll never see that money again, trust me.
So, motion made to approve items 8 through 19 on the agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
And 21. And
I'm taking 20, 21, 22, sir.
8 through 19.
I want y'all to see the good part, because she was going off, but she was not to pay that, get that money back. Cause they got paid, but the employees didn't get paid.
Yes.
Item 20, before
I'm at the forward.
we begin on item 20, the council at the last meeting voted against payroll. I will caution the aldermen who are voting against payroll that if you voted against payroll and you voted against your own payroll, please return the check to the city.
Please return the money you spent. You don't get to do that.
Please return the check to the city, Alderman.
Please return the money that you spent. That was unauthorized.
Alderman, I'm just saying, you mentioned at the last meeting that you guys are going to vote against payroll. I will caution you, these are all employees of the city, that payroll that's attached to the agenda.
Mayor, you know very well that the employees have received their pay.
Oh, they have
This is procedural, this vote. And when we say no, it's because we believe there is those payrolling. We believe that people are being paid that don't even appear here. We believe that there are positions that are created daily. There are people here in this council chamber. I do not know who they are. I don't know where the money comes from to pay them. So that is our concern. So is it better for you if we just table these items and have our legislative council review it?
Well, Alderman, without proof, I would caution you from giving accusations against employees. Because you made accusation after accusation against employees without proof.
Oh, this one it gets good.
You have no,
You're absolutely
Alderman,
correct.
I'll let you talk, so let me
I'm
finish.
agreeing with you.
Let me finish.
You're correct, man.
So,
You're correct. But that is why we,
just like Alderman, you accused my son of working for the Attorney General's
Absolutely.
office. You owe my son an apology.
I owe your son nothing, but I do owe you an apology and I owe this council because if I may,
Alderman,
can I offer you the apology, Mayor?
Oh, can
Will
you
you
let
allow
me
me
finish?
to apologize?
Can you let me finish first?
But I'm asking, will you allow me to apologize, Mayor?
Can you let me finish first? Alderman?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So there was allegations that you made that my
Yes.
son worked for the Attorney General's office.
Yes.
Going through the state
I know,
comptroller
right?
website, you had the information, you checked the information. The Attorney General even told you through your FOIA that my son never worked for the state of Illinois and never worked for the Attorney General's office. Yet you put that out in the airwaves that my son worked for the Attorney General's office and accused him of.
I'm telling you, Calumet City, they are this is how it should be, right? Where everybody's not agreeing with everybody. Now, again, he is a state representative or something like that. He's an attorney and he's a mayor. So, he got 3 checks coming in, not count no man's pockets. Oh, when they let the first official go without paying any money back, they just opened the door for everyone to do the same thing. Miss Virginia, you live in Calumet City?
Go stay over having 2 jobs. So I will turn it over to you all.
Thank you so much, Mayor. And so what I did do was say that your son worked for the Attorney General's office, and I apologize for attaching the wrong Thaddeus Jones to my email to the council. However, I did not FOIA the Attorney General. I apologize for attaching
He got that
the
Beijing
wrong
on his head.
Thaddeus Jones, who also lives in South Holland, because he's an actual attorney for General. The Attorney General contacted me on August 9th, 2025, answering my claim from an employee who came, and we had to file a federal investigation, a claim with the Attorney General's office, a claim with the U.S. State's Attorney, a claim with the Illinois Sheriff, with a claim with Cook County State's Attorney, because there was an alleged threat on my life, and the employee named Mayor Jones and Chief of Police Kolash in that threat. The Attorney General's office contacted me and said they could not move forward because there was a conflict of interest. I then asked, what would be the conflict when it came to my safety? And they said, well, the accused son works for the Attorney General's office. So I never had to FOIA it. It was given to me. I have all of those emails, and like I stated to this council, I preserved that information in writing. And it is now an FBI investigation because there was a threat made on my life to injure or kill me. Thank you. And that's all the apology. And as far as your son, I'm going to give him the same apology that you gave my son. Silence.
Damn, it gets. Oh, I'm going to that meeting on Tuesday. Oh, you left the North to the people that like the cold. Are you South now? Oh, I'm jealous. Now I'm gonna be open and honest. I'm jealous of you right now. I would love to be in the South. I would love to be in the South. Oh my God, I'm so sick of the cold. I think Big Bird will do a better job. Ooh, okay, Michael. Michael's still in rare form.
Mayor, I just want to go on record, as I've done previously, regarding payroll. My intent here is not for the residents to not.
Yeah, that's. I want to see what she's talking about.
Public record.
I want to see when she started talking about them going to Miami. Hold on, here you go.
That's why I'm voting no. It's still passing,
Oh,
but I
okay.
have to let you know that you need to respect me and my.
Oh, okay, Miss Regina. My sister lives in Florida. She says it's cold there too. But your cold and my cold are 2 different colds. Cold.
See, if there's things that we voted on for you to change, you're not changing them. So what you're saying to me is, screw me, screw my vote, screw my position and you're not respecting me as your colleague or the friend that you say that you are to me. That's why I shifted. You don't respect me. You want to make me a rubber stamp. You want me to do whatever it is that you want me to do, but Governor, I can lose my county job. So that's why I am voting no. I'm not voting no not to pay the good people that are doing their job. I am voting no because we've asked for change and looking through bills because I felt
We need her to get past this.
positions were combined. I can't verbally say them, but we can go through the ordinances. Some of them were combined.
That did not happen over. That did not happen.
If that didn't happen, I could go back and get the proof, but what did happen is that we took away salaries. We took away salaries for unqualified.
Oh, so what they're saying is, and if you go back in the video and watch, it's long. They had laid people off, but then they hired people back into different positions. So they kind of like try to hide the money or how the people got back in those positions.
People or people being overpaid, so but then you went and gave it back to them, Mayor. So why should I vote? Why should I take a vote to vote for a budget, but then you go right behind and do what you want to do, and you don't need my vote then?
Alderwoman, there were two positions that Mr. Casper told the city council about. That he put money in there, that we eliminated those positions. There were two positions that were eliminated that had salaries in there that were put in there at the budget that the council voted for. Those positions were terminated. Those people no longer work there. So the motion tonight, do you want to table to the
And that's his, that was his friend.
I make a motion to defer 20, 21, and 22 to
Alderman Williams motion to defer items 20, 21, and 22 to the meeting.
Quick discussion, Gardner, you mentioned a lot of discrepancies for the meeting. Can you just like prepare those? Is that too much to add? Please. And I would like to have the respective department head here.
I want her to talk about this Miami trip.
If there's a certain person, or a certain matter.
Item number 9, reports of standing committees. Alderman Williams, Finance.
Dang, had to go through. They talked about that. He paid for him and his family to go to Miami. Miami, baby.
They think that you may have a question. Please see it.
Thank you. Thank you, Alderman. Public safety, Alderman Gardner.
I guess
we're going to freeze. Do what you need to do to stay warm. It is just for us to speak the truth and to the police. And I don't think it's got
Being no further business, there's no executive session. We finished the executive session. There's a motion to adjourn at 7:50.
Oh, I can't find the part where they said that they paid for him and his family to go to Miami. To me, that's the news. That's the tea. This mayor right here, just a couple of doors down from us, had to pay back a credit card bill. Like, and that's the part that be confusing me, Miss Regina. Like, y'all got money. Y'all have y'all have long money, I would assume, because you got 3 different jobs. So why not pay the bills out your own pocket instead of using the residents' money and you know it's going to come back? You know it's going to come back. But, everybody don't say nothing. Close your eyes, close your mouth, and keep it moving, huh? Because ain't nobody got no fear. I got fear in my heart, y'all. Sister girl ain't trying.
Will, it stated that this council's vote was veto proof because we had a super majority at the time that we voted. And it stated that the amount would be, and I think his amount, Odelson's was a little bit less than what it actually is per Anselm Link, what we pay Anselm Link.
Fendi
Mr.
back.
Barrett, can you forward a copy of that contract and the at-will contract that you claim that you provided in the ordinance?
He didn't say he sent it.
Right. Well, you just said that they sent
I
it.
said Olson sent email correspondence and you were on that grid, so you can go and.
So if you can do that, can you do that, please?
I was not on that thread, so I would have to go back to the office.
Alderson.
And find it. Or
Don't that name sound familiar?
To share the thread. You were on, I was not on it. So
There is no way that I would take an office and then start misusing funds or my power. I do not look good in orange. Girl, I don't look good in orange. Well, orange is the new black. Cardigans. I don't do, it's kind of stiff. You can't move in it. I am so with you, honey.
right.
Okay. Alderman Gardner?
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Mayor, I'm just curious.
Oh, she live with hers.
You're bringing this before us now.
And you know what the funny part about this is? I don't know if they play it. Why they are in executive session, I don't know if they got a DJ, but they be playing music like it's time to step or something.
That would occur, and we'll step right in the legislative council.
Isn't that the one from Dalton?
Mr. McGrath, since you stepped forward,
The
there are
graph.
2 items that you should be aware of. Under 65 ILs.
I don't know. It seems like they should have different attorneys for these different areas.
To the minutes.
But it's just me.
There are no
Just
changes.
me.
Can someone please make a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
Right Club Calumet.
Motion made by Alderman Williams. Is there a second to approve the minutes?
Yeah.
Second by Alderman.
I thought we was.
Recently is that there was no such thing. So the mayor's asked for there to be an abeyance of this, so these things can be ironed out. It's your prerogative of what you want to do, but that's the position. So there should be an appropriation, there should be an agreement.
I'm like, who runs the city? The mayor or the attorney?
I'm sorry, are you the city attorney? You're not.
Yeah, I'm the city attorney.
So who are you?
I know, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I'm Richard Brewer, I'm with Ansel.
So Ansel and Link per Perry Lynn said they are not the city's attorney. Michael Casper
Oh,
is the
she
city
lied
attorney.
on her.
You all are the corporate attorney. And so we pay Casper $10,000 a month to be here. We pay you all about $30,000 to $40,000 a month. And you all don't even give us the answers that we need, and that's why we have moved for our own legislative council. You don't even know if you're the city attorney or not.
So
Look at the guy next to
The
her.
question that was asked from the council that was directed by Mike Casper to Attorney Olson was, are you the city attorney? Only the city attorney can direct legal work. So the question that Attorney Burke
They got
asked
2 attorneys there.
was about the city attorney. That question was answered that Michael Casper is the city attorney. That's why we're here now. And under Sampson v. Graves, it says in Sampson v. Graves, it's clear as day. The legal counsel selected by shall be paid on an hourly basis and shall hold no term of office, but shall be terminable at any time upon completion of the matter upon which representation, consultation, or assistance is sought. So you can't have 9 items that you're doing as legislative counsel, and you can't put all the things that you put in the ordinance. It further says that the legal counsel selected is required to submit invoices for legal services rendered directly to the chairman of the Committee of Finance, and that has to be determined by the chairman of the Committee of Finance. So the hourly basis is the rate that we're paying the city attorney, which is $200 an hour.
Can I ask a question there? Specifically, you mentioned a couple of times that there was problems with language in the ordinance. Can you be more specific?
Alderman, the ordinance before the council stated that the legislative council had the power to investigate, that the legislative council had the power to review bills. The legislative council had the right to whoever drafted that ordinance, you guys presented it to the city council, and under the law, it's clear that the legislative council can only answer to the alderman and answer the questions. Mr. McGrath, is that correct?
I don't have that ordinance in front of me. I'm familiar with the language we've used in other communities, so that we're being retained for work by the legislative body of the corporate authority here. So it would be the alderman. So if the alderman have requests of us, we would follow through answering, giving legal advice, and then we obviously can't submit invoices until we do the legal work. So I think, give you an invoice or something for 3 months, 4 months from now.
All these are the
As far as
attorneys.
Hourly rate, Mayor, with all due respect, I think he's gave $200 per hour, just looking within the next package of the invoice and trying some link. To me, it appears that it's about $230 for the different attorneys from that law firm. There's about 5 or 6 attorneys that are listed out, so the hourly rate is a higher rate than you stated, so I just state that for the record.
So finally, will you provide a contract that has to be signed by me for legislative council?
Yeah, I'll talk to Bert about that. I have a problem with submitting a contract that states that we are at will. Absolutely no problem with doing that.
What do you mean by at will?
That we be compensated at the same rate, no more than city council or corporation council. And again, just doing the duties and responsibilities as legislative council.
But at this time, what's before us, there's no contract. You're confirming that there's no contract that city council has to vote on. There's not even an at-will contract that you presented to the city council with the ordinance. The ordinance clearly said there was a contract attached. So there's no addendum to the ordinance that we're taking action on tonight.
What's before the legislative body tonight is to override your veto. That's what's on the agenda. That's the action.
These are attorneys going at it with each other.
The ordinance is the veto. So are you confirming that you have not provided a contract, either at will or a contract to the city council for that we can vote on tonight?
Confirming that the action item on the agenda is to override your veto. You issued a veto, I believe it was in writing, or should have been in writing, and following state statute, the legislative body has the absolute right to override your veto. Now, if you want to get into issues with the language of the ordinance, that's another topic for another day. You can bring it back up.
That's not my question, Mr. McGrath. My question is clear. Did you provide a contract to any alderman for an at-will contract or a contract that council has to vote on?
It was provided to us all via email.
But the ordinance said.
I'm sorry, he's shaking his head.
The ordinance said that it was contained within the ordinance.
So you just read
Which?
A state statute or whatever you just read that says the exact same thing as what he said, that it's terminable at any time, and that this attorney would get the same rate these attorneys would get.
10,000?
So it's the same rate. Terminable means it's at will. You're fighting against us having our own legislative
I'm not
council because you have done wrong for 5 or more years.
Hold on, and then I'll go to you, and then we'll go to the vote. You know the difference between a contract and an at-will contract, Mr. McGrath, as has not been provided. You claim, Alderwoman Wilson claimed that it was provided in email. Was that contract provided in the email?
Otis sent.
I'm asking.
Well, he didn't send the email. Otis sent the email.
Specifically, did I did not, did my office send out a contract?
Otis sent out information in writing to this entire council, as well as Anselin Gleam. Michael Casper was on the thread, you were on the thread. It stated at will. It stated that this council's vote was veto proof because we had a super majority at the time that we voted.
Oh, at the time?
And it stated that the amount would be, and I think his amount Odelson's was a little bit less than what it actually is per answering link, what we pay answering link.
Mr. Brad, can you forward a copy of that contract and the at-will contract that you claim that you provided in the ordinance?
He didn't say he sent it.
Right.
Well, you just said that they sent
I
it.
said Olson sent email correspondence and you were on that grid, so you can go and
So
search
if
your.
you can do that, can you do that, please?
I was not on that thread, so I would have to go back to your office and find it, or somebody here would be so kind enough to share the thread that you were on. I was not on it. So as I stand here, even if I search my phone, I would not be able to find it because I'm not on the thread.
Okay. Alderman Gardner?
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Mayor, I'm just curious as to why you're bringing this before us now, when earlier we all received a text message that went out to the residents, you urging our constituents to call us and vote no. So if you want them to vote no, but now tonight, when we get here to the meeting, you're proposing that you're willing to wait. Why can't we just communicate that earlier? What would have been,
I think last night, and I was too. Hey, Miss Regina, I was watching this last night with Ryan. I was like, for real? I'm gonna have to go there. It's the next meeting is Tuesday. I want to see this in person because this is like totally night and day from what I'm used to.
The same way that you guys communicated and had sessions with the attorney is the same way that I communicated. I have the right to tell the residents to ask you guys to vote no because you provided a contract and increasing the budget and you don't even know the financial terms of this. Residents should know that you guys are proposing to increase the budget and spend money, extra money on legal because you want to get answers. You have right to legislative counsel. I have no problem with that. But let's do this in a way that's compromised. So if you want to go forward with the vote, I'm prepared to go forward.
yeah, I just want to know why are you telling us now tonight when you could have emailed it? You could have emailed that to the entire council. And it would have avoided all of this.
Well, Alderman.
You put out a whole video today.
Alderman.
I have a question.
I have the right to do that.
I understand, child. I was on your life.
So
It was
we
just
did my email to our electorate
this is just interesting
regarding
stuff.
the vote for tonight.
But I appreciate you, Miss
Isn't that
Virginia, knowing that
against
you were
election
there.
laws and using public funds to discuss
Yeah,
election.
listen, and Ryan's going live in 7 minutes, so I'm not going to hold you all too much longer. But you see, the mayor sent out a robocall to the residents to vote no to what the aldermen are asking. But then on the other side, he used the public fund money to pay for it. So either way, y'all just still using the money to get what you want, right? I'm just saying I might be slow, but I wasn't that slow. I said, "Oh, I'm going to this meeting in Calumet City on Tuesday so I can see for myself." Now I may film just to see. I may film it as while I'm there, but hopefully I shouldn't be tired. I'll make it where I can't make it on there on Tuesday. Oh, so why waste the public's time with the text? Thank you, Miss Virginia. Drop the mic on you. Like, you, either way it goes, y'all spending money, right? You spent money one way or the other. So if you're going to spend the money, don't complain about it. Like, if they want their own legislative council, let them have it. Because how much did you spend on that on robocall? And what budget did you use it in from? Because you know he ain't taking out of his budget.
Hearing type communication. I'm just interested in what you say.
We would have to take a look at that. I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, so it actually said, hey, this is Mayor Jones, call your alderman and tell them to vote no to override the veto.
Which
he has a right to communication.
That communication, yes, but when it uses our public funds.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And this is why we have a request for legislative counsel.
So with that being said,
Why does the attorney that sits next to the mayor never have answers? Oh, that's because he only answered questions for the mayor, not from the people.
Alderman Gardner.
I would like to make the motion to approve item number 1.
This motion made by Alderman Gardner to approve item number 1 on the agenda. Is Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Wilson.
Mayor, if I may, before we take the vote, I'd like to make a motion to recuse myself from voting because of a potential conflict.
Why he got a conflict?
That's the motion.
Have them withdraw their motion?
No, it's a superseding motion.
Superseding
Mayor
motion.
So somebody could just second.
I second.
So Alderman Tillman had made a superseding motion.
And second the discussion of this, I'm looking at the ordinance right now. I do not see that we give the legislative council investigation powers. I don't know where you got that from, but we can continue with the vote.
He must be an attorney also. There's a lot of attorneys in Calumet City, I noticed.
Nelson. Yes. Phillips. Yes. Wilson.
Yes.
Did it pass?
Sorry, I will not call you, and you will just say abstain.
So when we do the vote on the veto, don't call me at all.
That's what. Williams.
Yes.
With 5 members voting yes, 0 voting present, 0 voting no, the ordinance override is adopted and the motion to override is passed.
Oh,
Number 2.
okay. So they did get their attorney. Let me tell you, this is a whole mess up in Calumet City. I thought Harvey was bad. Calumet City, but they boss up in there. They not soft though. So you mean to tell me with all these attorneys that still don't understand the law as written? No. And he's an attorney, and the 2 other attorneys there. And I think that young guy in that seat, I speculate that he is also an attorney. And can't nobody do jack. They need to use ChatGPT because they sure need some help up in there. Listen. This has been great. And thank you, Michael. Thank you, Miss Regina. Hey, listen, when I see that one come in, I know it's you in the bushes or you just laying down, but you here supporting me. I appreciate that. Like I said, Ryan's live starts at 7:30. And I want to watch it because he said something horrible is going on in Harvey. So I want to watch that video, his live, to see what's going on that I don't know about. So yes. So you got 2 minutes, go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, some libation, and then go on to Ryan's channel because we want to know what news that he has that we don't know about. In that order. So I don't mean to cut it short. Well, it's been only about an hour and a half. But I do want to see what Ryan's talking about. Because this might be something that we may have to come back later and discuss. Okay, the tale of 2 cities. We may say the tale of 2, 3, and 4 cities. Oh, you be watching Ryan. Okay, I'm going to be there too. No gossiping unless I'm a part of it. For sure. I'll probably be in the bushes over there. Start working on a file. Okay, well, I appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you later because we got to go. And we don't want to be late. You know Ryan's going to be on time. Only we don't want to be late. All right, I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you all. I'm so happy to see Saint Center, Ms. Regina, and Michael. Oh, faithful. I appreciate you. And even ones in the bushes. If you have not, please hit that like and subscribe button, as I am your girl who's trying to be more present in the moment and while living life on the go. Well, I'll holler at you later. 7:29. Let's go and let's be supportive. Holler at you later.
Pick that fire.